Welcome back to some of the best stories from r/TalesFromTechSupport. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for all the likes and comments on the last video. And now let's take a look at the first story. It's called Prevented from Working. Multi-factor authentication has been pushed out all throughout the company, and emails went out with video instructions included. If the slides were too difficult, even if you still struggle, you are free to give us a call for assistance. Even then, if you can't figure it out, we'll book you an appointment to come into the office and set it up for you. I had an easy day working from home, but then a user calls. I can't work. Can I get your employee number? How am I supposed to do that if I can't work? It's on the badge provided by the company. Finally, I get the number. I hear kids, TV, music, dogs, so I know she's teleworking. Okay, so you are unable to work. Are you able to log into the system? No, your MFA prevented me from working. I just got back from lunch and it's 1 PM. I checked her profile and MFA was set up 10 days ago. Okay, so after you sign onto your laptop, are you prompted to sign in again and then a 2-digit code is displayed? Yes, that's what prevented me from working. Okay, do you have your company phone? This is what prevented me from working. I need you to email my supervisor that it doesn't work. Can we go ahead and grab the company phone and let's attempt to log you in with me assisting you? It's not gonna work, so you're gonna have to email my supervisor. Okay, do me a favor and unlock your phone. My phone is acting up too, and everything is acting up on it. Okay, so now that it is unlocked, can you open up the MFA app? My phone says stuff and keeps changing language. Can you access the settings? I don't know, it's changing language every time. I think she's at the start of an iPhone configuration screen, where it greets you in various languages. Did you recently reset your phone? I didn't do nothing. The phone doesn't work. I start figuring out what this lady did. She most likely wiped her phone due to too many incorrect passcode attempts. Did you attempt to unlock passcode on your phone and it failed to unlock multiple times? It kept telling me to wait and I waited. Then it changed language. Your phone is at the configuration screen. After failed attempts, you have to call us to unlock and help reset your passcode. I will send you the instructional video on how to reconfigure your phone. If you still struggle with the configuration process, call the help desk to schedule an appointment to further assist you. The phone doesn't work. You need to give me a new one. I cut her off. On your computer screen, can you attempt to log in again and let me know once the 2-digit code displays? What's the holdup? What are you saying? Let's go to your laptop and attempt to sign in to the point where the 2-digit code is displayed on the screen. I don't understand what you are saying. You need to describe to me what I need to do. So when your laptop starts up, it automatically launches the program that has you sign in. Once the sign-in window opens, do me a favor and sign in. Okay, I'm now signing in. Please let me know once you've signed in and the 2-digit code is displayed. Wait, I don't understand what you are saying. You are confusing me. Do me a favor and sign in. I did that already. Okay, now that you've signed in, a 2-digit code should be on your screen. I don't understand you. You keep saying this word like I work in IT or something. What is this word code? It was hard to hold back. Do you see the 2 numbers on your screen? Why can't you just say that? They are numbers. You keep saying code. Do you see the 2 numbers? And below it you can see I can't use my Microsoft Authenticator right now. Click on that. Okay, so I see the code and I click the blue sentence. Please go ahead and choose the alternative options to verify. Okay, so can you send my supervisor the email? Because I couldn't work because of you. It's almost 2 PM. We have a help desk available from 6 AM to 6 PM. Was there an attempt to reach us earlier? How am I supposed to call when my phone wasn't working and the device you are calling me from wasn't available? I don't use my personal phone for work stuff. I keep my business and personal stuff separate. Okay, I understand. Is there anything else I can help you with? You need to email my supervisor, because I couldn't work today. Your supervisor is the supervisor listed on your profile, correct? Yes, and you need to email her before 3, because I'm about to leave. I've already emailed them as you requested. She will be provided with all the information. With that, she hung up. I emailed the full details on how she didn't attempt the alternative method and how she reset her iPhone and didn't reach out before the wipe. The best part was letting her know that she didn't mix business and personal life, but still called us before end of day. This has happened all month. So many people just stop working if it's a struggle to authenticate. The funny thing is, they were authenticating through text before. The next story is called Unexpected Fix. This story takes place 2 years ago at a large retailer where I was the only level 3 support for a couple of critical systems used in our warehouses. We have this ancient piece of software that only our company still used, running on a creaky old Windows Server 2008 32-bit machine. It handled the consolidation of online purchases by transporter and managed packaging sizes. There's a much more modern printing software which collected tracking numbers and printed labels. 4 weeks before Black Friday, the warehouse team in charge of measuring productivity called the label printing speed was really slow for every one of the 25 printers we had. Panic ensued. Roughly $200 million of the company's sales would go through these systems during Black Friday week. We didn't know how long this had been going on, but labels were taking anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds to print, and this could indicate the system was about to crash and couldn't handle larger volume. The KPI we were supposed to hit was much faster than that, less than 2 seconds, in order to send packages in time. Worse yet, sometimes labels would come out in the wrong order in the same printer, causing scenarios like someone getting an USB cable for Christmas instead of a Nintendo Switch. Fortunately, every file had a timestamp in its name, so I started digging into the data and making some stats. Never trust users. The graph that emerged didn't look like a bell curve at all, and sadly they were right about the slowness. It was completely flat between 3 to 9 seconds, which told me this was a totally random phenomenon. I was a bit stumped and started digging. The setup was pretty straightforward. The ancient software generated XML files on a shared network folder, and then the new software grabbed them and printed the labels. Everything was on-premise, so I had full access. Thankfully, the issue was also happening in the test environment, so I could experiment without risking production. Over the next days and then weeks, I tried everything I could think of, but nothing worked. Only 3 days left, and I was running out of ideas and time. Having to report to higher ups daily didn't help feeling confident. Finally, I decided to try replacing the name of the server hosting old software by its IP address in the new software settings to point directly to the shared folder. It didn't work at all in the test environment, but I figured maybe there just wasn't enough data in test to see the effects on the average time, and it couldn't hurt. So I logged into the production VM, opened Windows Explorer to check if the IP address pointed to the right server and folder, and changed the settings. The next day, everything was fixed. Printing took an average 1.2 seconds. The warehouse manager and my manager's manager personally congratulated, but I wasn't satisfied. I needed to know why it worked only in production. I logged back in and realized something. The day before, I hadn't closed the Windows Explorer window. No way, I thought. Could it really be this? I closed it and called the warehouse manager. The issue was back. The fix was as simple as leaving our Windows Explorer window open on the shared folder. We later learned that our DNS settings were configured in a really weird way, and I suspect the Explorer window helped the server maintain a quick connection to the other server. We considered fixing the DNS setup, but since we were planning to decommission the software in 6 months, the magic window fix was deemed sufficient. But as fate would have it, 2 weeks later, the fix stopped working again. Turns out, after some random delay, the window would lose its magic. Can you guess what I had to do every day for the next 6 months? Yep, I had to log back in, close Explorer, open a new window, and navigate to the shared folder. Serendipity is real in IT. As a colleague later said to me, "You tried everything, but have you tried dumb luck?" The last story is called Merger Burdens. The only thing worse than hiring a bad user is inheriting them as a package deal. We recently brought on a couple dozen people. Solid 80% of them are the Oh, we are techies type, but they don't understand any concept past Windows XP and Office 2003. Latest engagement was with the head of this group. He wanted help setting up his VM. We have an old template that includes instructions for both the physical phones we don't use anymore and the new soft phone. The soft phone steps are numbered and the physical phone steps are lettered. A request came in from this user. Hey, how do we check VM on these new numbers? This was covered in the 1 hour one-on-one training, but that's fine. People forget. So I sent him the tutorial. This makes no sense. Can I just have a physical phone? We no longer have any physical phone systems outside of the speakers for meeting rooms. Can you explain further? When you dial X, what happens? The reply included a screenshot of the logged out soft phone. You need to log in to your soft phone. If you've forgotten how, here's the tutorial. I sent a login to the tutorial. I can't forget what I was never shown. I'm sorry. We did do a training when you started on this, but I understand we do throw a lot of information very fast. That's no problem. The tutorial will get you where you need to go. At this point he messages my boss, saying I'm making fun of him and lying about the training. So I had a talk with my boss. Hey, what is going on with this? He isn't understanding the soft phone and is getting defensive. I provided screenshots of the chat. Oh, that is very different to the conversation I just had. Do you have a record of the training call? Sure do. I sent him the logs of the call time, length and subject line for invite. Okay, looks good. Then there was the convo the user had with my boss. Hello, they have provided me with the logs, showing the training took place. It even ran 20 minutes over the allotted time. At this point, we believe sufficient time has been spent in one-on-one training for the service. If you need further help with signing in, please refer to the provided tutorials or to our knowledge base articles. I haven't heard from him in weeks. Thanks for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. Also, if you want to support me further, check out the channel membership or Patreon. And now I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.